Severe weather will impact parts of Queensland this morning, bringing heavy rainfall across central and northwestern parts of the state. Rain totals have already exceeded 80 millimetres in the outback near Winton with severe thunderstorms. The Bureau of Meteorology warns 6-hourly intense rainfall totals of up to 150 millimetres is possible in the region. Meanwhile, a man in his 20s had to be rescued at Mount Isa late last night after being stranded in floodwaters. The heavy rainfall will shift towards the northeast between Cairns and Bowen, with the risk of intense rainfall from tomorrow morning. On that note, let's bring in the Queensland Fire and Emergency Services Assistant Commissioner, Andrew Short. Andrew, good morning to you, by the way. If you can just elaborate on where the main threat is this morning, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, sure. And the description you provided is very accurate in that we have had heavy rain impact parts of central and northwest Queensland overnight. SCS have had 39 requests for help, which have gone out to help people in their time of need. And you mentioned the person that we had to pull out of flooded water up in Mount Isa, which is really concerning because, as you'll be aware, we've been doing heavy messaging on keeping people out of water for a long time, and yet we still see people going into water.
So what are you expecting here? I mean, there are expectations that some places could see up to 500 millimetres of rain over the next couple of days. I mean, what's that going to lead to?
Well, to answer that question, you need to consider that over the many past weeks and a few months, we've had a lot of rain. So we're going to have catchment areas which are wet already, and therefore when we receive more rain, and it is late rain in our season normally finishes up by the end of May, then that will mean that we're going to see flooding possibly happening quicker than it might happen. So therefore the messaging that we're driving pretty hard is important.
How worried about it are you, Andrew?
Well, we tend not to put our energy into worrying. We put our energy into what we can do before an event and during an event. And certainly in this era, most emergency services pre-deploy, take action before the event happens so that we can be best placed to help communities and individuals when they need help.
The southeast in particular has had a rough time of late when it comes to bad weather. When is this danger or this system expected to hit the southeast?
Well, certainly we're going to see the system move to the east in the coming 24 hours, 48 hours, and then we may see it drop towards the south a little bit. Southeast Queensland is already receiving some rain as we speak, and then looking forward through to Thursday, Friday, best case scenario is that we're going to see the event finalised.
And the far north?
Well, the far north are receiving rain now. Certainly overnight, up around Cairns received a bucket load. But as we know, those communities are very used to receiving water quite regularly.
Yeah.
Whereas our concern is probably between Townsville down to Mackay, and of course southeast, as you mentioned, is receiving rain and is going to continue receiving rain.
Okay, Andrew Short, thanks for the update. Take care, folks.